Yeah, did you know that when you think of Muslims in the West, you usually picture like recent immigrants, right? But hold up, rewind that thought. Their story in these parts goes way, way back, long before the Mayflower or those pilgrim hats ever touched ground. We're talking centuries ago, fam. Think about it. Spain, a country synonymous with flamenco and paella, was once home to a vibrant Muslim civilization. These weren't just visitors passing through, they were architects, scholars, poets, and they left their mark on every corner of society. Ever heard of the Alhambra? It's like a freaking palace out of Aladdin, except it's real and it's in Spain. That's the thing about history, man. It's full of surprises, twists, and turns that'll make your head spin faster than a DJ Khaled set. But here's the real kicker. Muslim influence in the West wasn't limited to Europe. Yeah, you heard me right. They were in America too, before the colonies, before the whole New World thing blew up. Muslim explorers were already making waves. They sailed the seas, traded goods, and shared ideas. It's like they were the original global citizens, man. It's wild. They were instrumental in shaping the world we live in today, whether people realize it or not. These pioneers, these adventurers, they weren't just traveling for the heck of it. They carried with them a rich tapestry of faith, knowledge, and culture, ready to share it with the world. Okay, so we've established that Muslims have been in the West for a minute, right? But let's fast forward a bit. We're talking about the waves of migration that happened later on, the ones that really shaped the Muslim communities we see today. First up, Europe. After World War II, Europe needed some serious rebuilding. Enter immigrants from former colonies, including many Muslims from South Asia and North Africa. These folks weren't just coming to rebuild buildings, though. They were rebuilding lives, starting fresh in a new land. They brought their families, their traditions, and their dreams. Now, let's hop across the pond to America. The US has always been a melting pot, right? But the flavor profile got a whole lot richer in the 20th century. Students, professionals, and families fleeing conflict found a new home in America. They came from all over the Muslim world, the Middle East, Southeast Asia, Africa, each bringing their own unique spice to the mix. And you know what? America wouldn't be the same without them. They've enriched the cultural landscape, boosted the economy, and added their voices to the great American chorus. Let's talk about impact, baby. Muslims in the West haven't just blended in. They've stood out, making waves in every field imaginable. Let's start with the arts. We've got Muslim fashion designers slaying the game, filmmakers telling powerful stories, and musicians dropping beats that'll make you move. From the catwalks of Paris to the streets of Brooklyn, they're bringing that fire, that undeniable swagger. Now let's get our geek on and talk science. We're talking groundbreaking research, cutting-edge technology, the whole shebang. Muslim doctors, engineers, and scientists are pushing boundaries, making discoveries that are changing the world. They're developing life-saving treatments, designing innovative technologies, and exploring the mysteries of the universe. Section 4, Trials and Triumphs, Navigating a New World. Let's keep it real, though. It hasn't always been smooth sailing. Muslims in the West have faced their fair share of challenges. We're talking discrimination, prejudice, and the dreaded I-word Islamophobia. From ignorant stereotypes to outright hate crimes, it's been a bumpy ride. But here's the thing about Muslims. They're resilient, they're determined, they don't back down from a challenge, they've organized, they've spoken out, and they've fought for their rights. And they've made some serious progress. We're talking about Muslims breaking barriers in politics, becoming mayors, congresspeople, even governors. They're shattering stereotypes, changing perceptions, and proving that they're just as American or European as anyone else. And they're doing it all while staying true to their faith and their values. That's what I call boss level, man. Section 5, Shaping Tomorrow, Muslims in the 21st Century. So where do we go from here? What does the future hold for Muslims in the West? It's a question that's full of possibilities, man. We're talking about a generation that's more connected, more engaged, and more ready to make their mark on the world than ever before. They're entrepreneurs, activists, artists, and innovators. They're using their voices to speak out against injustice, to build bridges of understanding, and to create a more inclusive future for everyone. They're not afraid to challenge the status quo, to push boundaries, and to dream big. They're the future of the West, and they're just getting started. So buckle up because it's going to be one hell of a ride.